Hi loves, it's Sean. How are you? And welcome to Shonda Says. I know I have not been on my regularly scheduled programming with these vlogs. I want to thank everyone for writing in and looking for me, even on my Facebook, like, where are you? What's going on? Shonda Says, Shonda Freeman has been working her little tail off in terms of growing this brand and doing so much other great things. And I just haven't been able to be on my vlogs as diligently as I should be, but I'm here tonight. And tonight I don't want to talk about sex and relationships, but I want to ask you a question. If you have children, how great of a parent are you? Do you communicate well with your children? Have you established a great relationship with your children? Um, if you had to rate yourself from 1 to 10 in terms of your parents, and 10 being the absolute best, and 1 being you know what 1 is, what number would you be at? The reason why I ask this is because I don't think we realize as parents how much we need our children. And I'm going to share this with you. I am the third child of 5. I am the third girl. So there's 2 girls over me and 2 boys under me. And they say, do you have middle child syndrome? The middle child is supposedly the one that's a little invisible. I don't know if I was invisible, but it was hard having 2 older sisters and 2, you kind of, you do kind of get lost. I will say that. But I'm saying this to share with you that as a young girl and growing up, I didn't always have the best relationship with my mom. Not the ideal relationship as a child that I wish I would have. When I became a woman and older, we were like very, very close. And you guys know me. I talk about my mommy all the time, how much I miss her, how much I love her. But my relationship with her as a woman was excellent. But when I was younger, looking back, I wish it was better. Okay? And I'll share that with you. Um, the reason why I'm asking you guys this is because I don't think we realize as parents how much we need our children. You know, I realize as a mom, and I'm going to go with me and my daughter. I'm going to use Shonda as an example. When Steffi was little, I very early established communication with her because I wanted to know, listen, I wanted to know if someone was trying to hurt her, if someone was mean to her, if, I gave her a voice very early, and I established communication with her from the very, very, very beginning. And I made it an effort to not speak to her a certain way. And I don't know about you, but have you guys dealt with parenting where your parent is like, your parent is here and you're here? Okay? You don't ask questions, you do as I tell you. And you really much don't have a voice, you just do as you're told. So, in your mind, your parent is this almost like this God, has like this God-like complex, or you don't challenge them, you don't voice your opinion. You just take it for what it is, and that's what it is. And did you deal with how your parents spoke to you? Do you speak to your children crazy? Do you curse at your children? Do you demean your children? You call them stupid? Call them dumb? Who do you think you are? Nobody. Do you talk to them in a way that you expect someone to speak to you? And have you built a relationship with them that is important to you in terms of being close? I've done vlogs in the past where I said in terms of parenting, I'm not your friend. I'm your parent first. And I still believe that to an extent. Like my daughter and me, there's just a certain level of respect that I have to have and that I keep as her mother. And I won't compromise that. Do I have a great friendship with her? Yes, I do. Have a great relationship with my daughter? Yes, I do. But I've worked at that and I've made it a priority in my life. And I don't know if sometimes as a parent, we make that a priority. And I don't know if parents realize how much that affects you as an adult. When you become an adult, if you grew up in a house where people are talking crazy, acting crazy, you can tend to become a person that doesn't know how to speak to someone else. Or, the saying, children learn what they live. You become an adult. You wind up, everything that you resented about your parents, you wind up becoming. And you wind up treating your child the same way. And so this kind of behavior could go on for generations. If your parents have problems drinking, you may become a drinker. If your parents are getting high, you may get high. Now that may not always be the case. You guys know that. But the reality is children do learn what they live. So, I wanted to talk about this subject because when people come on, you guys are always so supportive of what I do, and I'm so appreciative. But it's important to me that when we speak, when we talk, that we're talking about things that really help your life and empower your life. So, if you're coming on and you're watching Shonda Says and you have children, I really want you to take the time. If you're not doing it, and even if you are, we can always learn from each other. Even if you guys write in and give me points, I always take it. Every day I learn something. And I always like to walk away with learning something new each day. So if you don't have a great relationship with your child, start building on it. And for some children and even adults, if you're an adult and you're having a parent that you have a child that's a young adult, you can still work on that relationship. Well, it may take you a little longer because they need to develop trust with you. But I tell you something. The parent we are today, we're in this time and this moment, and we have this strength. Okay? But the reality is, if we're blessed, we become 70, 65, maybe even 80 years old. And you know what? The children that you mistreat, or you talk crazy to, or you don't have a great relationship with, these are the very people that you're really going to need. And these are the very people that may be your saving grace. Okay? How many stories have we seen where some star and their older mother and they want nothing to do with their parent? And everyone's like, oh my goodness, it's an older person. How could they do that? His dad is sick. And you know why? Because you were never there. So even though your children may forgive you, they don't forget. And now who's weaker? Now you're old and you may be even ill. Now you're in a position of weakness and you need your kids. And you think because as a parent you just have that right, that they have that right to take care of you and be there for you. No. No. When we're parents, we take on the job, we take on the responsibility. But it's a blessing to have children. And we choose to be the kind of parent that we are. It's all about choice. And a lot of times we're tough with our kids and we're demeaning to our kids. Well, that's what my mother did. Well, just because your mom did it or your father did it doesn't mean it's right. And should your children pay for generations or a generation of parenting that you didn't even want to have? It's food for thought. It's something I wanted to share with you because I am blessed to say I have a good relationship with my children. I love my kids. I love my kids. And I feel that God has blessed me in a space that He's given me maturity. He's given me experiences to love them in a way that's respectful, that's inspiring, and that's empowering to me. So, Shonda doesn't know it all. I did this quote on Twitter yesterday at Shonda Says, if you're not following me, where I said, I don't pretend to know everything. I just have an opinion. No, I don't know it all. I just have an opinion about everything, which is, as you can see on Shonda Says, I'm always talking about different stuff. But I love that. I love conversation. I love connecting with you, my audience. And I love the fact that you guys check in and want to know what I'm doing. Well, I just want you to know it doesn't go unnoticed. I love you lots. I will be back here tomorrow discussing relationships because a lot of you guys have written in with some really good stuff, good material. You always give me good material. So we'll talk tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm working with my trainer, so I don't know how crazy I'm going to look tomorrow. Be prepared. But I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.